this is what we're making. The Eve by KM Designs. Oh my gosh. I would say if you're going to do the piping, it's probably an intermediate to an advanced bag, just because it takes time. And piping isn't hard, it just takes time. And if you go slow, anybody can do it. Just like with anything in bag making. So there, it's a flap. She has a different magnetic snap closure on hers. I didn't have those, so I just did a twist lock. You've got decorative stitch around the bottom. I did put my purse feet on. These are screw-in purse feet. Easy to do. It is a shoulder bag. On the back, you have piping on your pocket with a slip pocket. And you open it up and you have a zipper pocket and 2 slip pockets on the inside. And it's a good size. Plenty big for everything I carry every day. Plenty big. Go get the pattern and get started. And sew along with me. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie Designs. In the previous clip, you'll see what we're making, but here's a picture of it. It's the Eve by KM Designs. It is a cute little bag, I believe. I've not made it before, so we'll see. And I am doing it, you'll see in the picture before, or the clip before, I'm doing it out of very similar fabrics. I just love the look of that. All right, so this is going to be my flap. So I have 2 of those. And I have a piece of Decaville for that. I did Decaville light because this vinyl is a little thicker, so we'll see how it feels if I need to add something to it. I'll just turn my iron on. The pocket back lining trim on the outside, I'm doing out of the white vinyl. This is vinyl I've had forever from Fabric Wholesale Direct, so we'll see. I have a zipper for the inside, a zipper overlay out of the white. I have piping. I am going to do the piping, so I have 2 long pieces of piping. I am going to put piping inside, some really small, narrow. And then the buckle piece, I'm not doing the buckle. I don't have buckles, unfortunately. But I'm going to just put D-rings on there. And so it's going to be a 2-tone around the underside of the bag. And then a 2-tone strap. It's only a shoulder strap. That's all it needs to be. It's a small bag. The back pocket is 1 exterior, and that's out of the white vinyl. And then for the lining and the gusset, I'm doing the white vinyl, and then the lining is this Theratex pink. It matches pretty good. I have 2 exterior bodies and 2 exterior linings, all out of the white, and then the lining is the Theratex pink. I have 2 zipper pockets out of the Theratex. The back pocket lining, I have 1 of those, and then the slip pocket inside is, and I'll show you that piece when we get to it. It's a very unique way to cut it. I like it. And then the bottom stabilizer, I have a piece of foam, and I have a piece of Decaville Heavy. And then there is a zipper stabilizer, which I'm not really sure about this. I haven't gotten that far. And then the strap stabilizer, 2 strap stabilizers out of Decaville Light. Okay. Hardware, I'm using black matte hardware from my website, so I'm using my name tag. I have 2 1-inch swivel clasps. I have a wide mouth slide adjuster, which I don't really think I need because it's a shoulder strap. I don't need that. I'm going to do a twist lock instead of this decorative lock. I don't have one, so I'll just use a twist lock. I have strap ends, black matte strap ends, and then I have a zipper pull. And I do have some rivets, and I am going to put purse feet. So all this hardware is from my website. Love it. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm doing is making my own piping. So here's my first one, and I'll show you how I did it. It's just one long piece that I put piping in. Some people don't put anything in it. So this is I made it a little bit wider because I am using piping on the inside. So I made it about 1 1/8. I think next time I'd make it about 1 1/4. Just gives you a little more leeway. Then I put a piece of double-sided tape down the middle. Piping is not, it's not hard, but it's time consuming. So this is just some piping that I got from Sailrite a long time ago for another project. And so I put a piece of double-sided tape, 1/4 inch double-sided tape down the center, and I'm just attaching it so it doesn't move on me when I'm trying to sew my piping. So much easier than trying to fight with it, I'll just tell you. This is, let me tell you, it's not a 1/4 inch. It's less than a 1/4 inch piping, but I'll tell you here in a second. It is, it's between an 1/8 and a 1/4 inch piping. I don't know what they call it, I'll be honest. I've had it so long. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that over. And I don't have my piping foot on. When I put it on the bag, I will. Right now, I'm just using my narrow foot. And I'm just folding it over the piping and just getting it sewn together so that when I go to put it on my bag, it'll stay together. And you have to go slow because, I mean, it would have been easier if I'd used 1 1/4 inch piece, but this will do. I don't want to recut it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is the belt straps. I'm just doing them as I'm going to put D-rings on them, and then the shoulder strap. So what I did was 2 pieces, divided them down the center, and put double-sided tape, just like this. And then I folded them in on themselves. And you can see it just looks perfect. So you're putting all those raw edges on top of each other. So I'm going to put another piece of double-sided tape. I think I'm going to use 1/4 inch for this. I don't want to get my needle all gummy. And then I'll add that pink on top of it. So just like this, right down the center, and I'm just eyeballing it so it looks nice and even on both sides. And that's all there is to it. Now, when I put it on, I'll obviously sew it. Love Love, love, love. All right, so there's one. Let's do the other one. And again, I put a piece of double-sided tape, 1/2 inch down the middle. And I'm just folding my raw sides in to the center. They're all going to be hidden. So I'll do this on fast forward. All right, so my strap is this one. It's the little bit longer one. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 2 rows of stitches on it. And I am using Tech 70 white thread. So I'm doing it a little different than she has in the pattern because I don't have buckles. So mine's going to end up being just a little different. And I'm going to center this a little better. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, got a little extra here. Cut that off. And then I will get some of my, let me see. I don't know if I brought them in here or not. Strap connectors. I did. Here you are. So my strap connectors and my swivel clasp, because I want to be able to, if I keep this or whoever purchases it, I want them to be able to exchange for a longer handle if they choose to. So I'm going to put this on first. Oops. Do it this way. So I want to get it through my swivel clasp, and then I'm going to put my strap end on. And oh my gosh, those look so good, you guys. Wow. I like it. This is the first time I've used my own strap connectors, so I'm pretty, or strap ends, I should say. I'm pretty happy with them. So the holes are always on the wrong side. Perfect. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now I'll add this and put a rivet here. Let me grab my rivets. I think I'm going to do one hole at a time. And then I'll mark where the other one goes. I just, I want it to be nice and even. Pop it. So there you go. Let me finish the other side and then we'll press those. Put your swivel clasp on. Put your strap end on. There's no getting away from these tiny little screws, you know? They're just very tiny. Same thing. Okay, let me grab it. Hold on. All right, so I pressed my strap. Looks so good. It's a nice shoulder strap. Now for this accent piece around, I'm gonna do 2 rows of stitches, a 1/4 inch in. I'm just using my foot as a guide because when I attach it, I'm gonna do an 1/8 inch. Now we are going to fold this under, so this end won't be raw. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the back, and that's what it looks like from the front. It's gonna look so good. Now I'm gonna center this. And then I'm gonna put some more tape on it. I centered my gusset here. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm trying to get a good center mark on my gusset. Yeah. So I'm basically folding it in half and just creasing it. So I get a decent, it's not actually, I don't know what the pattern piece is supposed to be. But mine was a little, oh yeah, see, you can see my centerpiece. All right, let's put a little piece of tape here. Just down the center of my, she calls it the belt strap connector. And here's my center. Perfect. So I'm gonna start with my center. Right there. Now, you're using double-sided tape, so if you don't get it perfect the first time, you can lift it up and move it around. That looks pretty good, actually. Let's grab our D-rings. And we'll attach our D-rings. I'll use some rivets here too. Okay. So on the ends here, we're gonna lift that up and we're gonna fold our D-rings on itself by about an inch. You don't want it too close to the top of your gusset, maybe an inch and a quarter. Let me see. Yeah. So just like that. On both ends. I'm just trying to get them nice and even. Perfect. Now, I am going to come and I'm going to sew up to here. I'm going to make myself a little mark about a 1/2 inch from my, actually I think I'll do a 3/4 inch from my D-ring. And then we'll also add a rivet. Okay, let me show you. So I measured down from my fold here, 3/4 of an inch, and I'm gonna start and go across and down and around at 1/8 of an inch. And I think I'm just gonna start on the bottom here so it's not nearly as noticeable. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. So that's what it looks like on that side. You can hardly even see it. And then the front. Now I'm going to put one rivet on each end. And I'm just going in between my stitches. You don't want to catch your stitches when you do your rivets. Let me get those in. I mean, if you don't have buckles, this is a great alternative, really. All right, let me press those, but there you go. That's what it looks like. All right, I did change my foot to my piping foot. And I marked down on each side of my flap what she tells you to in the pattern. And then I'm just putting a little slit there. So that my piping can ease off right there. Nothing fancy, just a tiny little slit. And then when you get to the corners, we're just going to get tiny little slits, just like any other corner on a bag, so that you can ease that around the corner easily. It doesn't take much. Those are probably less than 1/8 of an inch clip. You know, piping is one of those things that it does take a little practice, but the other thing to keep in mind, like many things with bags, it doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, you want it to look as nice as you can. And just like with anything, the more you do it, the better you'll get. I honestly haven't done piping in a while, so we'll see. Hey, don't you know? There's a lot of piping on this bag. So I'm gonna just cut off about right there. And then I'm going to open this up and cut off my piping at that mark. That's the only disadvantage. So I'm going to take this piping out and cut it off. That's the only disadvantage of doing your piping all at once. You have to cut it open. Let me find my mark. It went away. Okay. All right, let's see how we do. I haven't used this foot in a long time either. Oh. You just gotta go slow when you do this too. Up on me. Just a second. There we go. Okay. Oh my. Okay, so I want it to come off at my mark right there. Okay, let's see how I did. I'm going to cut off that excess. And I'm going to cut off the excess here too. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, that looks so good. All right, let's see how it looks after I put the other side on. So you gotta leave your piping foot on for this part too. Just clip them right sides together. That's the one thing, you know, with piping, you have to change your piping foot to a regular foot consistently. Unless you want to, we could do all the piping at once, but all right, let's try it. And I'm just going to pull my little side out here. I don't know what the seam allowance is. Yeah, okay, it is. I'm getting to my piping. Easier just to feel it as you go. My thread is shredding, which is weird. Let's see if I can get thread. Weird. This is not Saya's thread. That's probably why. Okay, let's see how it looks. Oh my gosh, guys, I think it looks really good. I am gonna just trim, I'm not gonna trim them, I'm gonna just clip these corners. Not a lot, just a few little clips. I'm gonna trim that off. All right, let's turn it right side up and see what we got. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. That looks so good. Now, we need to top stitch around this, so I need to change my foot back to my narrow foot. So let me do that off camera. All right, let's top stitch. All right. So that looks really good. Now I will put a twist lock here. This is actually the front and it'll go like that. Love it. Next step. All right, so you're gonna put your piping on your gusset. And so I just clipped it in place and I'm gonna just sew it on and then change out to my piping foot. This might be easier. Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, so same thing, cut off your excess on the sides. Okay, so that's what you have so far. Now we'll do this other side. It's interesting because I'm not sure I've ever known the piping to be on the gusset and not on the front. which is fine. I'm not sure I've ever paid attention to that being where it goes. It does make it easier if you're just basting it on first, and then you can use your piping foot to get really close and you put it all together. So I'm just opening my seam here, and I cut off the excess piping. Okay. Oops, that didn't catch, did it? There we go. Okay, let's sew down. So much easier, guys. Perfect. Okay. So there you have your piping, and they're pretty even. Are they perfect? Maybe, maybe not. Next step. All right, now there is also on the back pocket, there is also piping. I know, there's not piping. I like it. So we're just gonna put another piece there. And you're measuring over a certain distance because it doesn't go all the way to the end. So just do that as well. Again, I'm just going to baste it in place. And then we'll put our piping foot on. I think on the back pocket is where I'm going to put my tag. So let me grab that. All right, we're going to take that back pocket trim piece and add it to our lining and sew that together at the seam allowance in the pattern. I still have my piping foot on there for now. And then we're going to turn that up and top stitch on the trim piece. With the seam that we created underneath the top piece. All right, then we're going to take our piece here with our, piping. And we're going to add that right sides together and clip and sew real close so we can make sure our piping looks good. I have to tell you guys something. We're kind of rearranging my fabric room because I'm getting rid of all my cotton fabrics. And Tony is just, let me check the seam allowance. A little bigger seam allowance. He's helping me so much. I mean, he always helps me. But, gosh, what do you do with a man like that? I'm just very grateful. All right, let's see how our piping looks. Oh my. That looks really good. Now we're going to turn that and top stitch. Huh. Oh my. So there's our lining piece and there's our outside piece. Doesn't that look good? Gosh. All right, let's top stitch this, but I want to make sure it stays where I want it to. Let's see. And you can baste around this. I might just go ahead and do that. All right, so take one of your outside pieces. They both look the same, Decaville light outside the seam allowance. And we're gonna baste our pocket on that back. I will say with this faux leather from Fabric Wholesale Direct, you have to be careful not to overdo your stitching because I think it will tear. All right, so there's a huge back pocket. Oh, I missed it there, just a hair. So, let me do that. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to take our flap, center our flap, and center our back piece, which I should have done, but I did not. And we're going to add our flap to this back part. And so you want the wrong side up when you add it to the back. And we're just going to base that in place. So this is the interior side of our flap. I haven't put my twist lock on yet. I'm going to do that at the end, towards the end. All right, next step. All right, I put my gusset on next. So this is the back. Mark your centers, and we're gonna attach the gusset next. I probably will use tons of clips. And you're gonna bring your sides up to meet on the top, and then we probably, more than likely, will need to clip our corners. We'll see. Yeah. And I'll do the other side. So I was saying, before I stopped, Tony's been helping me kind of rearrange my fabric cutting room. It's fabulous. Dropping clips. All right, so we always cut our trim or snip our gusset, which is the straight edge. Always. I can't think of a time when we don't clip the gusset and we clip the main piece. I'm trying to think if there's ever a time for that. I don't think so. Now I still have my piping foot on because I need to get pretty close to my piping. A lot of layers here. So I'm just going to go slow. Just those few clips make all the difference, I'm telling you. You could, if you wanted to, staple this. I don't think it's necessary, but I may regret that. We'll see. Okay. Here we go. I'm just feeling for my piping. So I get, the curves are probably for piping to get that nice and tight or the hardest. Let's see how we do. Looks good so far from what I can see. And just go slow around your corners. This bag would be really cute in cork too. All right, let's see how we did. Oh my. Oh my. That is perfect. Let's turn it all the way out and see. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. It's perfect. There's a little bitty crease there on the piping, but I think maybe over time that'll work itself out. Oh, I love it. All right. Now I'm going to put the other side on. Mark my centers. Okay, let me get ready. All right, I'm going to do it all exactly the same way, so I will do that on fast forward. All right, I forgot to put my Deckerville Heavy on, so I put it on, just centered it on the bottom with some double-sided tape. And then I'm putting my purse feet on. My purse feet that I saw on my website, I have matte black and matte rainbow, and they're screw-in. So I'm just making a hole here and putting the little screw through the hole. It's much easier to do this before, so just word to the wise. This is not impossible, but it's not as easy. I've done 3 already, so I'm just putting my little screw in from the wrong side. If you do it before, you can use your hole punch, which is so much easier. That's okay. This will be fine once I get it on. I'm gonna make the hole a little bit bigger. There we go. And then take your purse foot and put that, and just, you know, get it on there just a little, and then we'll use our screwdriver to finish it off. And I'll hold it and screw it on. And then I'll tighten it. Perfect. That's it. Oh my gosh, those look fantastic. All right, let me get rid of my sharp tools here. And then I will cover each of those with, I'm gonna also use a piece of fusible fleece or sticky fleece on one side, just to protect my lining. You could use double-sided tape, you could use duct tape, whatever you have handy works. Let's see if I have any more of that. I do. And I have one more piece. Perfect. You know, some of this interfacing is pretty expensive. Don't throw it away. Use it for scraps and stuff like this. It's perfect for it. All right, so there's the inside. And now let's turn it. I think we should turn it right side out now. Let me wait. Next step. All right. So here is your slip pocket, and that's how she has you cut it out. It's basically 2 back lining pockets on the fold. And actually, you're going to put them right sides together. I mean, wrong sides together. And stitch along. Oh. It's this way. Look like little boobies or something. You know that purse that looks like a that bikini purse? I've never made one. That's what it looked like. That's what it reminded me of. All right, now we're just going to baste around here. I do have Thor ready to go because I will be top stitching and finishing the bag over on Thor. So I'm just going to baste these together on the sides and the bottom. And then top stitching. then you're going to take one of your lining pieces and we're going to add that. And I am going to go ahead and just clip my corners, my centers on all these pieces. That way, if I need them, it's there. If I don't, I don't. And then you can divide this pocket any way you'd like. I think I'm going to divide it for a pen pocket and one larger pocket. It's actually going to be a pretty good sized pen pocket, but that's okay. Sometimes when you divide pockets down the middle, they're not big enough and they're not very useful. So that's my 2 cents. Sometimes I do it down the middle. I think that's what she suggests in the pattern, but obviously you can do what you want. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now we're going to do the other lining piece. That has a zipper. I'm going to do my zipper just like I always do my zipper overlays. So I'll put my overlay on, stitch around the outside. Then I'll put my zipper on, my pocket pieces. And attach it. I am going to leave the zipper pocket on the bottom open. So I'm going to measure down. I don't know what she tells you to in the pattern. Not terrible. Let me see. Yeah, she has you do a little different than I'm doing. I'm doing 1.5 down from the top. Okay, I'm going to stitch around the outside. And because I'm using white thread, I'm going to back stitch. All right, let's get our zipper. I'm using my pink zipper tape with black matte teeth. Okay, so here's my 2 zipper pockets. My zipper is closing to the left, and I made my zipper very long, unnecessarily so. That's all right. I was in there and I was cutting it, and I didn't know what length I needed, so I thought, oh, I'll just cut it plenty big. I sure did. So we're just going to turn that over and top stitch it, baste it flat. You'll see me, this is how I almost always do all my zippers. Unless it's cotton. that I can iron, and I hardly ever use cotton anymore. So same thing with this side, just make sure your side of your pockets line up. Okay. And then do the same thing by basting it flat. So easy and so worth it. Okay, now you have your zipper, and we're going to add that into our pocket. Just going to add a little low side tape. Zipper is closing to the left. Double-sided tape does not like to come off Tex, the front or the back, actually. Okay, let's get that on there nice and even. Take the other side off. I can get it. Oh, look at that. How about that? It heard me talking bad about it. And it said, don't do that. Okay, let's start around the inside. Make sure your pocket, zipper pocket, is laying nice and flat. All right. Now we will leave the bottom of this pocket open. So you're going to have some extra here, and that's normal. Unless you cut your pieces differently, which I always forget to do. So we're going to turn it right side up, fold it up like this, and do our sides. And then I'll fold up the bottoms. Same on this side. So I folded up the bottom, and I'll show you how good that looks. It just makes it so much easier. So turn your little bottom of your zipper pocket out. And there you go. So when you go to close the bag, it's nice and flat. Love it. All right, next step. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my twist lock on, and I'm just using where the pattern tells you to put it. So the male portion goes down here on the front of the bag. Now I already have Decaville light on here, so I don't think I need any more. I will cover it with some stabilizer too. I just want to make sure I'm getting it nice and tight. Okay. Beautiful. So I'll just put another little piece of fleece over that. This is the first time I'm using one of my twist locks, so we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be perfect though. Okay. And then on the flap, I marked it, so it's gonna, I'm gonna get all my tools out. I gotta create a hole this size right in the center. Okay, and I'll get my tools. All right, so there's our flap. It's beautiful. It turned out really good. I didn't do it on camera. It takes me probably a good 15 minutes to put one of these in. And if you want to see one, there's one in a couple of my last videos. So, all right, so now we are going to put, turn our lining right side out, and we're gonna put our lining right inside our outside piece. Open your zipper. And I am gonna go, I want my zipper on the back. I'm gonna go to Thor and finish it up. Top stitch and put your flap inside. So put it together and top stitch over on my handy dandy Thor. And I'm just nestling these seams, matching up my centers. Fits really good so far. Oh my, it fits perfect. I got Thor all threaded, ready to go. But I may have to finish him after dinner. Okay, there you go. Let's do it. All right, here we go. I'm getting a little confident in my Thor skills, so I turned up the speed. I know. daring of me, isn't it? All right. I mean, you just can't beat Thor, I'm telling you. All right, let's pull this out. I'm just making sure it caught him all the way around. And let's pull him out. I'll do this on fast forward. Let's see how we did on the twist lock. We got it in the right spot. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is the most adorable little bag ever. All right, so I am gonna top stitch it before I close off the bottom. Because I like to make sure if I need to get inside, I can. Now, it wasn't easy to turn, I will say that. It was a bit of a struggle to turn it. And some of it is the Decaville. And some of it is the faux leather that I'm using. Okay. Okay, so this is, with these kind of bags, this is always the challenge with this, is getting this seam looking good. So I'm going to start back there, but I've got somebody coming over, so as soon as they're gone, we will finish. And it may be after dinner. Okay. All right, let's do it. I'm going to start in the back here. Gotta find my thread. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna take I gotta take this table off. Sometimes it's very helpful, and top stitching is just not. Okay. There we go. Oh. Oh, I missed my bobbin thread. Oh dear, hold on. Yeah, I knew that might happen. I overfilled my bobbin, so that's on me. Not a big deal. We will just resume right here. I'm just trying to go through my previous holes. That's the only issue. All right, let's see. That's really not too bad. I'll clean it up just a hair and then I'll turn around. Oh my. Cute as a bug in a rug. All right, let's finish the bottom. So we're gonna pull the bottom through our zipper pocket. So pull your zipper pocket out and then pull your bottom lining. You know, overfilling your bobbin isn't a good idea for any machine, really. And when I put this one in Thor, I thought to myself, ooh, that might be too full, and I let it go. Go with your gut, girls and boys. All right, let's finish this bottom. Okay, and then we'll finish the zipper pocket. And attach our strap and we'll be done. I wasn't sure how Thor would do with this Theratex, and it wasn't a problem. Thor doesn't really like lightweight fabrics. The Fabricator is okay as long as it's interfaced, but Thor just has a fit if it's too lightweight. All right. He's a beast. put everything in there, and then we'll turn and burn. Although we've already turned and burned. Thank goodness. This is so cute. Okay, I got my strap right here. Very cute. The Eve by Cam Designs. Look at that. It's got 4 purse feet on the bottom. It's got piping. It's got that decorative strap all the way around. You've got a nice big slip pocket here with piping. Twist lock, open it up. You got a big zipper pocket. And on the other side, you have 2 slip pockets. One for a pen, and one, you could put a cell phone in there, whatever you like. Look. Cute. Wow, this is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So I made mine just like her picture on the pattern, because I liked how it looked. I'm just getting a few hairs there. The Eve by Cam Designs. You should try it. It's not hard. You just need to take your time. You don't have to do the piping. If you don't feel comfortable doing the piping, then don't do it. But it's actually pretty easy if you have a piping foot. I would highly recommend you get a piping foot. If you're going to be into bag making for the long haul, then I'd get a piping foot. All the black mat hardware I sell on my website. Even the zipper tape. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great evening, and go make it. Be sure to click like, subscribe, and comment, and feel free to share.